didn't intend to get back on here. I'm going to give it just a second because I didn't create an event, but I wanted to just show y'all what I've done after I got off live a while ago. So, this is Linda, by the way, with Think About Sisters in the Kitchen. I'm by myself. I found these waffles the other day in the Walmart when I was looking in the bread section. This is not something that I would normally buy. I don't buy ready-to-eat foods, but I just thought they looked pretty, and I thought I would get them and try them. They're Belgian waffles, Oak Run something. I don't know what the name of them is. Oak Run. Anyway, they're packaged individually, so you can take out just what you want. And again, I'm not endorsing this project. I'm just this product. I'm just showing you what I did. So I hadn't eaten breakfast, so I wanted to fix a quick bite to eat. So I put them in the oven. I think you could eat them straight out of the package, but because I like my food hot, I put them in the oven and toasted them. Let me grab it over here. And I might have left them in the oven just a tad too long, but I fixed two. So I've got some homemade whipped cream here, and I sweetened it with about a tablespoon of imperial powdered sugar. I have a piping bag, and my tip is 1M. You don't need a coupler for this because it's a light, it's not buttercream, it's not heavy, it's whipped cream. So I'm going to, where's my spoon? Here's the spoon. This is something I just put together really quickly. And I know it probably seems silly to waste a bag on this little bit of whipped cream, but I wanted to. So to show y'all how pretty you can dress up of just a simple breakfast or a simple brunch or whatever you want to call it. Maybe if you got kiddos over and you want to do something kind of fun for them, just push it down till it comes out there. And I'm actually going to put maple syrup. I didn't have any maple syrup. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I had a little bit of caramel, salted caramel. So I heated this in the microwave, and it might have gotten a little bit cold again. Woo, there it comes. So I'm just going to drizzle just a little bit on there. I've got some toasted pecans, and I'm going to put just 2 or 3 in between there, and then I'm going to put some on top. And I'm going to just put a little bit of whipped cream on each one. And I didn't make a very pretty flour, but put a little bit more of this, and this is going to melt that whipped cream because this is warm. But I'm going to put a little bit more on it if I can get it to come out. And I want everybody to remember my sister and little Linda, who I told y'all this morning are COVID positive, and they're both sick. And this is kind of thick, so it's not coming out real pretty. But it'll have a good taste to it. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some more of the pecans on top of that. And then I cooked some bacon in the microwave real quick. So I got a nice little breakfast or lunch or brunch or whatever you want to call it. Didn't take just about 5 minutes to fix it. And you know, sometimes you think, what's the use of fixing something, or what's the use of making something pretty or attractive or looks like you want to eat it? That's part of it. That's part of cooking. You want to make something that somebody would want to eat. So I'm going to set this aside a minute, and I am going to eat that in a little bit. And I wanted to show y'all the flowers. I've made several more since I got off earlier. So I've made, you can see that I've made some little multicolored. Now I'm going to add some more color and dimension to some of these. I made several more of the dogwoods that you can see. And then here's a white one. And you see I've used just a little container lid to put that in. My little foil strips fell out. I'll have to fix them. And then a yellow one. And these are kind of cute. I think they're irises, but I'm not totally sure. This was made with the little strip that you roll up like the rose, but this was the other one. And you can actually do it two sides. One side has got the jaggedy edge, which I think looks very natural because some flowers tear, the petals tear. And then the other side has got the smooth edge, which is this. And I think these are really pretty. I think they turned out real pretty. And then I made some more of the little ones. And let's see here. There's, I don't know if I already showed you those or not. There's some more of those. And then I made a whole bunch more of the little ones, and I put the little centers in the middle of them. And what you can do, if you have a petal that falls off, don't throw that petal away. This is a little petal here. And don't throw that away because when you're decorating a cake, it's really pretty if you just put loose petals. You know, kind of like you've seen like proposals where they have elaborate scene where they have rose petals or flower petals down the walkway. Well, the petals on the cake are very pretty too. So don't forget that if you have some that tear up, don't throw them away, save them, because you can use those for decorations. And you can also actually attach it back to the flower through the buttercream that you won't even know it's torn or that it come loose. So that's a really good tip. I've done that many times. It'll go in the cake, in the butter, not in the cake, but in the buttercream icing, so you won't notice that that petal had come off. I don't have a lot of information as far as an update on Mary. I know she tried to take some meds this morning and she wasn't able to keep them down, but I think she's okay now. She had just a little tiny bit of a little deal this morning, but we're monitoring, or Carla is monitoring her oxygen very closely. Little Linda has been texting back and forth, so I feel like that's a good sign because she didn't feel like texting before today, so I'm really happy. She's not out of the woods yet, but I'm happy that she's able enough to answer messages and respond when we ask her something. So keep them both in your prayers. Keep Carla in your prayers because she's over there doctoring Mary and seeing after her and keeping everything Lysol and bleached down so there are no germs spread from there. So I hope that y'all will share this video. Be sure to like it. Be sure to share it with your friends. I would really appreciate it if y'all would do that for me and for my sister. Oh, I don't think I showed you all of these yet. Some of these are roses, and I've done different colors, but you see how I've got them on here. This is gonna dry folded, and I wanted to do that because I wanted you to see how, that one's kind of like the petals are different ways, and that's what makes flowers look realistic. So thank you again so much for jumping on here and watching this, and I'm going to be cooking a 1-layer cake this afternoon because I'm doing a 1-layer cake tomorrow that I'm going to use the lemon curd on and these flowers. But because this cake is a deep cake, I'm cooking it in a springform pan, Pampered Chef springform pan, and it takes a while to cook. And for those of you who don't know, when you're baking a cake that is deeper than a normal cake pan that you buy in the stores, these are professional. Well, the springform is not a professional pan, but my cake pans are, and they're anywhere from 3 inches on up to 5 inches deep. You can't bake those at 350 degrees because what's going to happen is they're going to get brown on the top and the bottom and the sides, and the middle's not going to be done. So you have to start baking those. You bake them at 325, and it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to over an hour to cook them, depending on how how thick the batter is, how high the batter is, how high the cake pan is. So I'm going to bake one this afternoon so it will be cool and my frosting won't run off, my buttercream won't run off, and I can decorate this. So keep that in mind if you're going to be decorating a cake with buttercream frosting or any frosting. Your cake needs to be completely cool before you start that process. If you don't, your icing is going to fall off, and you don't want that to happen. So you cannot get in a hurry and bake a cake. Make sure that you keep that in mind when you decide you want to start a project. Make sure you allow plenty of time. And can't wait to see how this looks tomorrow when we get it finished. And I'll maybe on again later on this afternoon. Carla may be on after a while. I'm not sure. We're going to try to keep y'all as updated as we can. So every time you get your notification, if it's not on, turn your little bell on so you'll make sure you get our notifications. You can always watch us on replay too. So that's good if you want to watch us on replay. But if you want to catch us live, make sure your notifications are on. I hope y'all, if you hadn't had lunch, I hope you have a good lunch. And if you have, I hope that you have a good afternoon and good evening. And I will more than likely maybe be back on later on today. So love y'all. Please pray for my sister, little Linda and Carla. And be sure to count your blessings. Bye-bye.